The K&N Series 71 Blackhawk cold air intake kit is for the 04 to 08 5.4 liter F150 owners who want to get some minor improvements in horsepower and throttle response with a relatively simple blacked out intake. The Series 71 will improve power and sound while also netting you a bump in fuel economy on the daily commute. K&N designed this to be a plug and play design with no tune needed. All the hardware is included that is needed for the install. I'll be giving this 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter with an install time of about an hour. What separates the Series 71 Blackhawk from K&N's other intakes is that they went with a black powder-coated aluminum finish for the tubing as well as black filter and fittings, so there's no chrome stealing your eye's attention. This is definitely going to be the intake you want if you're going for that subdued look or you're just not a fan of shiny plating or bright colors that a lot of the other intakes offer. When purchasing from K&N, regardless which series or color you go with, you're going to get a quality built intake. This is the only intake we currently offer that is black throughout the whole build, so if you're here for looks alone, then this should help you narrow it down. Numbers and looks aside, when you first turn over your engine, you're going to notice an increase in intake noise and it might open up your exhaust just a bit. I personally like the added noise, and if you're looking at performance parts, I can assume you're also going to enjoy the bump and sound. K&N does not advertise the intake as a mod that will increase MPGs, but it has been noted by our customers in reviews that they have seen a slight bump in overall fuel economy during their commutes. This is something I have noticed in my past experiences when going from a factory paper filter to an aftermarket synthetics. At a price just over $350, this puts you right in the middle of cost for an intake. You could definitely find one for less, but I think this is a great price for the quality you're getting from a brand name like K&N. I also recommend this as just a direct replacement for an old dirty paper filter. Instead of buying a new one every few thousand miles, you could go with a reusable one that only needs to be cleaned once every 25,000 miles. This is one of those mods that is worth it making the investment up front, as it'll last the life of your truck without needing a replacement. Switching gears to the install, I'm giving this 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter, and you could expect this to take less than an hour to get on your truck. We're going to be needing a few tools, a ratchet and a socket set with 10mm, 13mm, and 14mm sockets. Also need a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver and a Torx T20 tool, as well as an Allen wrench set with a 2.5 and a 4mm. First step is going to be to disconnect the negative battery cable from the terminal. Now we're going to disconnect the mass airflow sensor and the crankcase vent from the airbox. Now remove the bolt holding the snorkel to the bracket and then the 4 bolts holding the air filter to the intake manifold. Now remove the complete air box and the snorkel completely from your truck. Secure the filter adapter to the bracket you unbolted the snorkel from. Install the heat shield bracket to the shield and then secure the heat shield to the bracket you've just installed. Now install the 90-degree hose onto the throttle body that was provided. Use the provided clamps to secure it and the hose tightly. Now remove the mass air sensor from the stock intake using a screwdriver. Install this sensor into your new K&N intake tube with the provided hardware. Now install the intake tube into the 90-degree hose and then into the hump hose. Align for best fit and then secure with a hose clamp. Install the vent hoses you took off and then install the filter onto the adapter with the clamp. You can now reconnect all electrical connections, then the battery, check fitment with the engine running to make sure of no leaks. Now you're ready to test drive for final fitment testing. After you get back from fitment, you're ready to enjoy your new intake. That wraps up my review on K&N Series 71 Blackhawk cold air intake. You can check these out and more at AmericanTrucks.com.